my jobs did. It didn't give me security. It touched my soul, and it transformed my soul, because something about helping other people see themselves helps you see yourself as well. And so then it really brought back fashion for me, and in the doll. And then I started to model more, and and then I became Miss Maryland recently. I feel like it's just a whole transformation of a circle of things. And being in this book really impressed me as well, because I was asked to be in this book. But when you tell me that you saw this book and you bought it, it just really brings home to me that I have done some things in the world.
Oh yeah,
and I'm connected. So I feel
do you
really
know
impressed.
the first time I ever so you have been like this mystical character, okay? Because the first time I was at my Aunt Linda's house, and she's like, there's this magazine. And so like, and this was, and I was so young, and she's like, this is your cousin Sherry, and this is, and I'm looking, I'm like, they're in a magazine. So to me, you were just a celebrity. Like so then like the next time I saw you, I'm like,
it was Heart and Soul magazine. My mom and I, was that when my mom and I modeled in that one?
I thought it was,
Heart and
it
Soul?
wasn't Ebony?
No, it was Heart and Soul.
Oh, it's Heart and Soul. Okay, okay.
Soul, yeah.
See, my little young eyes, I was like, Black magazine, like just gave it a name. But you were in print, and it was like, I mean, it felt like growing up, and it was an article about like, look at them, they're this age and they're just so beautiful, and I felt like that image was always available to me, because yes, there's like an outward, beautiful aesthetic that people can have, but there's just something so rich about peeling back layers to a person and finding out what makes them beautiful on the inside too.
Yes, I
and
agree.
So I even with the title, there was a point, even though I knew what the meaning was, I didn't want people to like mistake this for just
superficial.
This like
I
vain
agree.
thing, like, oh, look at us. I really wanted it to be about finding beauty in everywhere. Like Tupac says, like the rose grows from the concrete. It's like these two girls are having this issue with each other, and it looks nasty on the outside, like they may never regain that friendship, but there was something beautiful about them rebuilding. There's something very beautiful about you saying, hey, I was working in this industry, the industry started to tank, like you could have given up. But there was concrete. They were literally laying out the concrete where you may not have survived, but you found the cracks to bloom anyway and say, what am I interested in? What do I want to do with my life?
Right.
And that's also to me like one of the beauties of getting of growing older. Like as I meander around through my 40s right now, I'm like, when I was in my 20s, I did things because I had to.
Wait. But first of all, let's just go back. 40s? What?
Yes. And someone just told me the other day, like, you're not, because now I just say 40, even though I'm like 40 something. And like,
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Listen,
like,
I
I'll
just
say
remember
50
you
when
as a
I'm
little
50.
girl as well. So that's why I'm like, wait,
you're like
40s? When did you get to be 40? Okay.
My mom is always extremely shocked that her children are
right.
Like, wait a minute, because if you guys are 40,
right, exactly.
But when I was in my 20s, I did things because I had to. I felt like it was a growing season where I'm like, I just want to get to a point where I am stable, and I feel like, okay, 30s, I'm still growing and everything, but 40s, I'm doing things because I want to. And there's a lot of beauty in that. Like, you creating these dolls is you looking at yourself, looking at others around you and saying, what do we need in our community? And like, how can I take a piece of my heart and put it into art
like
for someone else? So, and you're doing that because you want to. So there's something, I mean, there's That's beautiful.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I just feel like when I just reading the book just warmed me so much because it was just everything about the same thing. It's the same thing I do with dolls.
Yeah.
And it's just told in just a really not necessarily cute story, but
Mhm.
just a story with depth that's funny.
Yeah.
And I just was so amazed that it's written for the young adults, but
Mhm.
but maybe I'm just like a kid anyway, like I could be a kid forever. But I do think most women that read this book are really going to feel it. It's not just for kids. I do know that there was a couple of young girls that just graduated high school that I thought that I would get this book for, even though they're
Mhm.
not even from Maryland.
Yeah.
It resonates everywhere,
I think so. I think the story of Prince George's County, it can be a mirror to our girls who are saying, what do I want to do after high school? Or, am I brave enough to follow my dreams? Or can I make these things happen? But it's also a window to other readers who are like, I've never heard of Prince George's County, or
Yeah.
what do you mean there's black girls driving around in convertibles? Like, that doesn't happen. It kind of, it does in
Yeah.
this county, but like, I felt like I was giving representation to those that don't see it enough, but also providing a window to those who need to see us a little bit more.
They can see us, or can hear on the news about it and don't really know. They hear the negative part,
Mm-hmm.
even from like county officials who've done bad things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really, I really am so incredibly proud of you,
Thank
and I'm so
you.
happy you're my cousin. And your dad called me after we saw each other. He's like, "Thank you for supporting my baby." I'm like, "What?"
They're like,
This is
Sherry
great.
came. I was like, Sherry, because you're still like, to me, you will like, I think because I was a little girl looking at you in a magazine, you're always like like the family celebrity to me, because I'm
So
like,
funny.
now I'm having my book launch and I look over and I'm like, it's Miss Marilyn Senior, everybody. Like, you excite me because you are the artist side of me. Like, I
Yeah.
find that like various family members, we all have pieces of everybody else in us. And like,
Yeah.
I feel like my grandfather was
My
very
grand
good at getting to the money. Like, he's like,
he was.
okay.
And by the way, he's my grandmother's brother. So,
Right.
yeah,
So you're right. I was trying to, in my mind, I was like, uncle or great uncle?
yeah.
What?
He'll be my great uncle because he's my grandmother's brother.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
So,
So he was an entrepreneur.
he
His
was
entire
back in the day. He
life.
was that's
And when I think about the drive that I have, I'm like, oh, I have a piece of him.
yeah.
There are things about my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, that like I carry a piece of them with me, and so whenever I just like, I don't know, talk with my family, I'm like, what pieces of me, do we connect? And I think we have like that.
We do.
We
I'm
like
so
to
happy we
create.
found it too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of you. I mean, so what's next? Like, what are you doing next? I know this book has left open another book.
Well, it is definitely my dream. This is my dream. And if people get to the end, they'll probably see what I tried to like sneak in there. But I tried to end it in a way that would allow me to take some of the characters to college.
Nice.
And like, if I could have a novel called Bowie State, and it's like, there's 4 college students from all walks of life are thrown into college, and this is their freshman year. Like, I would do it in a heartbeat. But publishing is, once you pull back the curtain on publishing, you realize like sequels don't happen just because like you want them to. It's like, if the book becomes a bestseller, then they're like, hey, we need book 2. But if it, is like one of those quiet books, and they're like, well, we want you to write about something else, because where novel writing is all about the art, publishing is a business, and they're
Yes,
like, hey, we want
exactly. They're trying
we
to
want to
make
make
the
money.
money.
So
Yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers. Obviously, this book is very close to me for multiple reasons. I
Mm-hmm.
want it to do well, but mostly because I want to get it to readers,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be able to continue writing in this universe. So that is the hope
Yeah.
after this. But the actual like reality, like what am I doing now? I am writing my first adult novel, so
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
working on my voice. Like I felt like this was my intro into, okay, they're older and they're about to go to college. Now let's see if I can write some characters that are in their 20s and see what they're going through.
That's
So,
nice. Okay. I
so yeah.
love that. So, do you think that this book or any other book will go to a like a rom-com television or a movie? Like,
That is always the dream. Okay, so
I can
that
see
is so
this. I can see this. And plus, we have this, actor in our family.
who's
Barry, Barry, my brother, Barry. I don't know if you
Barry's
remember
an
him.
actor?
Not him. His
Oh,
daughter.
oh.
His daughter,
What? Okay.
Moni. She's an actress.
Where is
So
she, in LA or in Atlanta?
she's
Like,
here,
she's
but
here.
she's
But
yes, yes,
is she
she's
doing theater
actively acting.
acting or?
No, she does television and stuff like that. So
Oh,
she's breaking in more. She's developing.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
You have to get together with her because she would probably be. I could see one of those characters being her. That doesn't mean she'll get it because I know how the industry works. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But look, that would be another 6 degrees of separation.
that would
Okay.
be
I
a-
didn't think I would open a Connie Briscoe book and you're like posing around, you know? So I'm like, listen.
Yes.
But I mean, that would be the dream. I even like just as like one of those pie in the sky wishes I posted and was like, hey, you know, did you like Bel Air? What about if it was Bel Air but PG County? And
Yeah.
like I was like listening to what the feedback was, because I would love to see this on the big screen.
I would too.
I mean,
I think it's perfect for it. I mean, who am I?